Good morning, Bitcoiners. How are you? Welcome to December. We're already in December. Oh my God, time flies, right? Welcome to Bitcoin for Mere Mortals, the channel where you're gonna listen about Bitcoin, technology, cryptocurrencies, and the future. This is not financial advice. This is only entertainment and education. And Bitcoin for Mere Mortals is also a book. It's available in Amazon. The details are below. What happened? Already November is finished. November is finished. It's gone forever. We will never see November again. And it was a bit disappointing for Bitcoin. Look at this. In November, in the last 30 days, Bitcoin went down 8%. That's very, very unusual for November. November has been traditionally a very good month for Bitcoin. But then there has been a number of hurdles that made, like the Mt. Gox trial, the new COVID variant, and things like that are stood in the way to make Bitcoin to make November a good month for Bitcoin. But this is only delaying the inevitable. If it's not November, it would be December. If it's not December, it would be January. And usually a bull market lasts for 1 year, but this time in this cycle we're gonna see an extended, because all these reasons, we're gonna see an extended bull market. We're going with the bull market is gonna last until June 22. So don't you worry about it. Bitcoin will go up to 100,000 in the near future. Could it be December? Could be January? Could be February? But we will see 100,000 here. We will see 6 figures here for sure. Yesterday, for example, there was Bitcoin was going up. It was the price was peaking, and then all of a sudden it halted because there was an announcement from Powell, from the Fed, saying that they are thinking about tapering again. Like trying to control inflation by increasing interest rates. And because Bitcoin is usually a safe haven for inflation, if they manage to control inflation in the short term, is not good news for Bitcoin. But that's not really important, I don't think, in the long run. So anyway, but the rest, Bitcoin was doing very well until that announcement, and so did the others. But the others didn't bother about the announcement and carry on going up. So we got Ethereum 7%, which is very close to all-time high. The all-time high is 4,861, and we are 4,700. So we're very close to. We'll probably see today or tomorrow an all-time high for Ethereum. And today I want to talk to you about Luna, which is near all-time high as well, at 59. It's now at 56. And Matic, Polygon, which is not yet near the all-time high, but it's got very good months ahead, I think. Okay, Terra, Luna. What's Terra? Terra is a solution payment for international payments. Basically, it's like providing a solution. It's a platform for companies to send value to a different country. Traditionally, it's been done through banks, but that's expensive. That's slow, and that's it's a hassle. And Terra is providing the solution by using stable coins like Tether, USDC, and others. Luna is a project that is doing very well in Asia. The project started in Korea, in South Korea, and it's been used in the southeast of Asia. It's been used quite frequently to send money abroad by companies. and they're saving money on that. And the tokenomics are quite good as well, because they have in the protocol, when the supply goes up a certain number, which is usually 1 billion, they burn tokens like Ethereum. So by burning tokens, they are decreasing the supply, and when you have less supply and the demand keeps growing, the price goes up. So I think for those reasons, Terra is doing very well at the moment, and it's gonna keep doing well for the near future. This is not financial advice, and always take into account that all these other coins, all the altcoins, including Terra, Luna, are riskier than Bitcoin. But if you already have your portfolio, if you got enough your goal of Bitcoin, then if you want to diversify a little bit of money into Terra, that's probably a good project to do it. I have some Terra, and I might even buy a little bit more in the near future. You see, it's near 56 now. Another project that I like, because it has good fundamentals, is Polygon, or also known as Matic. Polygon is a layer 2 solution to solve problems of scalability with currencies like Ethereum. Basically, what Matic's doing at the moment is providing faster, cheaper payments with Ethereum. That's why now that Ethereum is being is having problems with the network, because it's too crowded. It has congestion problems. Matic is providing a solution for that. This is why it's attracting attention from NFT players, tokenomics, tokens, new tokens, any DeFi project, any decentralized applications. So even the metaverse. So Matic is right now is quite hot, and it's probably gonna keep going up for the next few months, at least until Ethereum managed to solve the problems of scalability. After that, we don't know. After that, Polygon might be a little bit risky, but I don't think so. I think more Polygon, even after that, even when Ethereum doesn't need it anymore, Polygon is gonna find another niches and keep growing. It's a very solid project, and I like it. Okay, inflation. Another example that prices are going up. U.S. home prices went up 19.5% in 1 year. So everybody need a place to live. Everybody needs a house, whether you are paying a mortgage or whether you are renting. That means that more money is going out of your pocket, because you need to pay for it. So unless you already pay your house, if you already paid for house, if it's fully paid, then it's good for you, because you're making money on your investment. But for most people, this is not good news. This is inflation, and when they tell you that inflation is 5%, no, look at this, 19.5%. That's more realistic. Now we talk again about Microstrategy. Microstrategy bought the other day $414 million on Bitcoin. I mean, these guys, they don't spend $10, they don't spend $20. No, every other week, they spend hundreds and hundreds of millions in Bitcoin. They must know something we don't, right? Because these people are not stupid. They already have 120,000 Bitcoin, and they keep buying more and more and more. I mean, if they go like that, they're gonna get to 1 million. They're gonna be the biggest holder ever. So, do they know something? Yeah, just ask yourself this question: do they know something you don't? Maybe. On average, MicroStrategy is buying 242 Bitcoin per day since they started in March 2020. 242 per day. Just keep that in mind. Now I'm going to show you an article I wrote yesterday on Medium why Bitcoin will become your bank. A bank is very useful. It's a place where you can put your money and keep it safe, and they also provide financial services. So if we didn't have banks, we have to invent them, basically. But a bank is good, but Bitcoin is better. You see, Bitcoin is just bank. The next banks 2.0 is the next technology. So why do I think Bitcoin will overtake banks? Bitcoin is better at storing value than any financial product that can be offered by a bank. Bitcoin is basically have a limited supply of 21 million and unlimited demand. So Bitcoin is going to keep growing forever, and it's going to keep value, and not only keep values, increase value forever. So we will see Bitcoin 100,000, then we'll see 500,000, then Bitcoin will be 1 million, and so on. Nothing like that can ever be offered by a bank. Protection. Is your money safe in the bank? Well, it is. Generally speaking, it is. Let's be fair. If you live in the first world, if you live in Africa or in the developing world, your money is not safe in the bank. It's not safe at all. But even in the US, even in Europe, Bitcoin, banks could be problematic. I have problems opening and closing accounts in the West. Basically, you have to to withdraw your money from the bank account, or to close your bank account, or to open a bank account. You have to ask permission to the bank, and usually the bank gives you permission, obviously. But sometimes they say, no, I'm not going to give you permission to do that. So that's why Bitcoin is better, because it's permissionless. You don't need to ask anybody. You got a phone and then you got some money, you can buy some Bitcoin, and you don't need to ask permission to anybody to buy, to sell, to invest, to do anything like that. It's censorship resistant. This is very good for those countries where there is no freedom, there is no democracy, and there is no human rights. Let's think about Venezuela, China, many other places in Africa, whatever. The first thing they do when they try to go after citizens because their ideology or religion or any other discrimination is to block their bank accounts and to take the money out. If you have no money, you have no freedom, and you have nothing to do to fight back. You can't even escape the country. So when you have Bitcoin, nobody can take it from you. China cannot take the Bitcoin that Chinese citizens have in a cold wallet. They cannot. And that gives you freedom. So it's very useful for that. I wouldn't put my money in Argentinian or Venezuelan or or Chinese bank. I would not at all. I would put it in Bitcoin for sure. Investing. Bitcoin is a much better vehicle for investments, and it produces better returns. Bitcoin is producing 200% a year. And not only that, you can lend your Bitcoin, and you can borrow even in Bitcoin. So it's everything that you can do in a bank, you can do it, but better and safer. Staking is another form of lending. You lend your coins to the network to secure the network, and they give you 5%, 6%, and if you do it with Polkadot, they give you 12% in Kraken, and if you do it with the synthetics, they give you 13% in Celsius. Okay, money transfer, again, it's a lot cheaper to transfer Bitcoin and faster and safer than do it through a bank. So that's why the product is superior. Remittances. Let's keep in mind that remittances market is worth about $1 trillion worldwide. People in the Philippines, in India, Pakistan, Africa, South America, they are receiving money weekly from their relatives working in other countries. Problem with that is that 25% get lost in commission by Western Unions and MoneyGram and all these companies. Now they are starting to send the money in Bitcoin through the Lightning Network, from wallet to wallet, from mobile phone to mobile phone. Money takes 1 second to reach the destination. Is a lot safer than the Western Union, and is zero cost, zero. So banks and remittances companies cannot compete with Bitcoin in that. And the last point is the unbanked. There are 2 billion people in the world that have no access to a bank for many reasons, and now they can open a bank account, the equivalent of a bank account, with a phone. You only need a phone, you only need a few dollars, and then you buy some satoshis and you start dealing with satoshis. Buy, sell, lend, borrow, everything. You are your own bank, you manage it in your pocket. You don't need to ask permission to anyone. And the last thing I want to show you is this. Let me just first take this out. I'll take my pitch out. Yeah, I'm gonna show you this video about the Fed, Greenspan, Milton Friedman, Nobel Prize in Economy. They're talking about how the dollar can be printed forever and how the dollar is infinite. Right? The Federal Reserve has no qualms to acknowledge that the dollar is infinite, and that is a big problem. Money should not be printed that way, and the government should not have the power to print money like that, because the more they print, the less this money is worth. So I'm gonna show you this video from BTC Andres. I think he made the, and I hope you like the video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to subscribe, share, comment, like, and all that. Thank you very much, and we'll see you tomorrow.
The United States can pay any debt it has because we can always print money to do that.
It's not tax money. The banks have accounts with the Fed, so to lend to a bank, we simply use the computer to mark up the size of the account that they have with the Fed. So it's much more akin, although not exactly the same, but it's much more akin to printing money than it is to borrowing.
You've been printing money.
Well, if
6.2 trillion, it's our
He's not kidding about printing money. The Fed issues U.S. currency. That's why it says Federal Reserve Note on all the bills in your wallet. The Fed actually pays for itself.
Flooding the system with money.
Yes, exactly.
And there's no end to your ability to do that.
There is no end, and there is an infinite amount of cash in the Federal Reserve.
Take printer out of box and place on table with the out tray facing the window. Go into copy settings and select number of copies you require. How many would you suggest? What's a trillion? Open the window and press copy.
There's plenty of money. They print more every day. But this ticket, there's only 5 of them. All there's ever going to be. Give this up for something as common as money.
Bitcoin.
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 Well, I like some Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
The one thing that's missing, but that will soon be developed, is a reliable e-cash, a method whereby on the internet you can transfer funds from A to B.
Is the senior economist in the world, Nobel laureate.
An economist, a logician.
Definitely the world's greatest living economist.
Professor Friedrich Hayek.
And what we have had since in development are matters of government inventions, mostly wrong, mostly abuses of money.
I have directed Secretary Connolly to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold.
I don't believe that we should ever have a good money again before we take the thing out of the hands of government. Then we can't take them violently out of the hands of government. All we can do is, by some sly roundabout way, introduce something they can't. The United States can pay any debt it has.